the commandment because they want your 10%. See, Jesus teaches the heart cannot serve two masters. First chapter of James, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Joshua looked out to his people and said, choose whom you will serve this day. We choose Jesus Christ because he's the way, the truth, and the life, the sole reason that we can smile amidst all of our stripes. See, our sufferings bring tears, but we have peace and no fear because when we close our eyes the last time, our Father in heaven is waiting when we leave here. See, Jesus said, Teresa, coma, meaning damsel, I say, arise. I use the same phrase tonight. True believers arrive before we open our eyes and the day has become night. See, this false teachers, for they your itching ears and tongues, they speak saying exactly what we want to hear. See, Teresa, coma, faith will always conquer fear. With God lighting our path, the way is always clear. Kill the confusion. Heaven and hell are not illusion. The world is in disarray because God is not included. Baptists, Catholics, Seventh-day Adventists, Hindus, Muslims, Taoists, Jehovah's Witness, Jews, Gentiles, agnostics, Buddhists, Methodists, heretics, atheists, excuses, forget these denominations, fan lines, Sabbath separations. Jesus is salvation, the only way for us to escape damnation. Teresa, come. We must let our light shine. We are perfect by no means, but in the darkness we must be light.
The voice of one calling out in the wilderness.
The voice of one calling.
One calling.
The voice of one.
One voice. Turning around. Turn 180, not 360, not going back or backwards, no rewind, not rewound, but profoundly deep connecting. No longer bound, but a deeply profound connection, that's connecting again. These words may flip and turn inside out, but go with me on this one because it seems that I can only say that it's like sticking the umbilical cord back in because it seems that I need food that I can't seem to get outside of a deeply profound connection to my God. My God. It's been way too long since I ate. Turning around, upside down, giving back what I took, letting go of what I hold on to, putting back into place, taking a step back, turning back. There was a course and a path that I set my mind to, but now it doesn't really seem to matter too much because I have this new course and this new path and this other course and the other path looks like trash. I can't even remember where I was headed to in the first place. My God. It's been way too long. See, it wasn't even until my third bite into the apple that I noticed the worm that I've been chewing on for the past 5 minutes. So all the while that worm was getting all nasty up and, yes, going down my throat. And, well, I was by myself when I was eating this apple. I have to be all by myself when I eat my apples. No interruptions. Looking back on it now, I know I never would have even seen that worm until exactly the third bite. Because the best way to enjoy your first 2 bites of an apple is with your eyes closed. This is a common knowledge. There I was, not noticing this worm in my mouth, and at the very moment I stood there with half a worm staring at me from that apple and the other half in my stomach. And all I can think of at that point is I want to reach for the remote control, point it at the image of myself and that apple and hit rewind, reverse, retract, go back. First chapter, main menu, scene selection, skip, undo, last action, cut, chop, edit, undo. Can I at least pause? This worm is food. See, my problem now is that I need a doctor. But the only doctor that specializes in this sort of thing is my worst enemy. I hate him. And not even that fake kind of hate. You know, we still smile and shake hands with a person because you have to see them. No, I'm avoiding this man like a Jerry curl. Girl, this worm. I'm back and forth in my mind, forth and back in my brain, wondering why the situation feels so familiar. Like I've been stuck like this before, and my options seem limited, and it seems like there's no way around the inevitable. All I know is that I need to find some kind of way, some type of medicine, some other doctor, nurse, magician to get this worm out of me now. Or I can go to the doctor that specializes in this sort of thing. I hate him. And you know that deep kind of hate when you can't even help but keep it real when that person's around, even though you know sometimes keeping it real goes wrong. I'm the one to stand like a Jerry curl. The girl one. I called to make an appointment. See, now I'm really mad because the nurse tells me that the doctor's already set up an appointment with me today, you know. It takes everything I have in me to make it to his office. I don't want to look at him. And I don't want to say what I have to say, so with my head down, I'm on ball. I had to come to you. I don't want to, but I had to. Just, you know, I'm the one that specializes in this sort of thing. And as he's checking me out, he fixed the problem. He gets too close. He gets too close. And I have to look. I have to look. Whoa. There are no words. This wasn't supposed to happen. All of a sudden, things that I once thought were only words now have a face. Things that I once thought you couldn't touch are now before me. Love walks with me down the hall to meet peace, and then I play some video games with kindness, and Mercy and I go have some dim sum. It's something else. I can't believe I ever hated him. I was doing my own thing, my own way, running away, getting in the way, and going out of my way to be separate, apart, and unconnected to him. But how could I hate him? You see, when I looked at him, I began to remember a time I had forgotten, a time I had completely forgotten, where we were tighter than skinny jeans. I want that again. I want it so much. My desire fills the hospital room and starts spinning around, upside down, giving back what I took, letting go of what I hold on to, replacing, putting back into place. See, I had this course and this path, but now this doesn't really seem to matter too much because of this new course and this new path makes the other course and the other path look like trash. I can't even remember what I was headed to in the first place. My God. It's been way too long.
The voice of one calling out in the wilderness.
Calling out in the wilderness.
The voice of one calling.
The voice of one.
The one voice. One voice calling out into the darkness, beckoning, begging and pleading. See, souls are bleeding tonight. Before bullhorns, before microphones, I called out in flagrant tones with eyes closed and fists clenched. I call out with I heave deep breaths without care or caution to pitch or perfection. I call out. Don't look for method here. There is no formula or form to write down. Don't analyze my approach because this is not a game. In fact, forget my name because after this is over, all I want you to remember is my message. All I have is this one voice. And I'm calling out the deep stains of bitterness, unforgiveness, and injustice. I'm calling out because someone told me that these stains of infidelity and dishonesty would never come out. Called out to call out. See, that's why I shout. My voice is a stain remover.
Come on with it.